Well, just weeks after buying their dream home, an Orangevale family learned that they have 2 huge fuel tanks buried in their property.
Not something you want to find, and the county says the family has to foot the costly bill to have them removed. Of course, it was time to call Kurtis.
And what makes this one even more interesting, Sacramento County actually came out to inspect the property before the couple bought the home. But they didn't find the tanks until after the deal went through. So who's responsible here?
This was supposed to be our dream house.
But the dream home in Orangevale Chalet and Sasan, bought in 2008, came with 2 very big problems. Yes. 2 rusted old tanks that once carried fuel.
When we were buying this house, we were not aware of a tank.
Before closing on the home, the county came to look into a complaint it received about a container of oil buried on the property. Their real estate agent said there was nothing to worry about. According to the report, the technician noted 2 pipes sticking out of the ground, but the inspection failed to reveal any evidence of a buried drum, and no further action is needed.
If the technician couldn't find anything, well, it's their expertise. So if there is nothing, so there is nothing. Maybe it was only a rumor.
So they bought the place, but a couple weeks later, a county inspector returned after getting a second complaint, taking these photos of the same exact pipes seen in the first inspection. The inspector determined the pipes led to 2 underground tanks that are a threat to groundwater. The couple must remove them.
I don't know, I was crying for a couple of days because we were shocked.
They dug up the tanks. One is now lying on the lawn, the other exposed in a ditch. But the county stopped them, saying they needed a permit and somebody with a special license to finish the job. The cost, as much as $23,000.
If we could walk away, if we did not have any down payment in this house, I would walk away.
The couple doesn't understand how a Sacramento County inspector missed the tanks during that first inspection. The county tells us they weren't looking for tanks. The first complaint was only about drums.
It's very different. Buried drums, there's soil turned over, there's mounds of soil, there's earth showing, that type of thing. Underground storage tanks are not associated with that.
But what about those pipes sticking out of the ground? Shouldn't the county have done a better job inspecting those? The county doesn't think so.
I think we have done what we are required to do.
The home was a foreclosure, and the couple did not pay for an independent home inspection before buying the place, which may have alerted them to the tanks.
So you need to use extra due diligence when you're buying a property that's been bank owned. You're not going to get the same level of disclosures that is required in a real estate transaction where you have a regular seller that occupied the property.
But the law says the selling agent must do a visual inspection of the property and notify the buyers of any issues. The couple and their real estate agent insist nobody ever said anything about these pipes. When we called the selling agent, he pointed to that first county inspection, which said no further action was needed, so he admits he did not say anything. For now, the couple is weighing their options, including legal action, as the big yard they hope to use for gardening sits empty.
I absolutely don't look at that part of the house. I deal with the front.
Well, the county did give the couple a deadline to get those tanks removed, but is being lenient with them as to how the tanks got there in the first place. Well, we've heard a diesel mechanic who used to live there installed them in the 60s or 70s. Sacramento County tells us laws requiring people to notify the government about underground storage tanks did not go into effect until the 80s. If you have a consumer problem you can't resolve, maybe we can call the hotline Monday through Friday, or you could always go to our website and fill out our form.